This program is sponsored by Amstel and Continental, UEFA Champions League sponsors.
He's got past his man Asprey, he's got two to his right, Barnes. Here's Gillespie on the overlap. It's Keith Gillespie for Newcastle, and it's 1-0. Better. He's going to ball the win. Niels! And that's the perfect start to the second half. He's past his man, thought about a hit, finds Nilles on the turn. Nilles, the captain, he's done it! He's doubled his money this time. In towards the penalty spot. It's headed in! It's that man again! He doesn't score very often, but he's done it twice against PSV. It's David Batten.
Newcastle United had the daunting trip away to the Nou Camp to play Barcelona. Could Kenny Dalglish's men pull off a win and put themselves in prime position to qualify? We'll also bring you highlights of Manchester United's home tie against Kosice. United are through. Many have said this could be a foregone conclusion. Good evening here, welcome to highlights of the UEFA Champions League on ITV, and it's the big crunch game for Newcastle United. They are going away to Barcelona in the Nou Camp. Joining me this evening, of course, is Trevor Venables. We'll get all his views and reactions from the games, but first and foremost, let's go over into the highlights of the big game that took place in Barcelona. As Newcastle United and PSV are both joint level on points at the moment, Newcastle United know avoiding defeat would be absolutely crucial. A win could put them with one foot in the quarter-finals. Commentary from this game comes from Trevor Moore.
Well, there we are, the Nou Camp Stadium in Barcelona. That's the tunnel area. Newcastle having won 3-2 in the opening game, know that a win could take them into the next round, but Barcelona will want to set off new scores. That is for certain, and 100,000 fanatical supporters here will want to make that point very well illustrated here tonight. Newcastle, of course, without no Alan Shearer, but we've got the guy of Tino Asprey, we've got the creativity of John Barnes as well, but this Barcelona side under Louis van Gaal have flattered the deceiver a little bit, but they've got some terrific names in that side, as you'll see in a moment. Sonny Anderson, Luis Enrique, Rivaldo and Figo, and Pep Guardiola anchoring the midfield alongside De La Peña. Newcastle, as I say, without Alan Shearer, so it's Keith Gillespie leading the line with Ketspire playing on the right hand side. Rob Lee and David Batten will have to have terrific games. So the scene is set here at the Nou Camp. Join us for the action right after this break. So terrific atmosphere as this game is well underway. 16 minutes gone. Figo. Number 7, Rob Lee there, just tracking him every step of the way. But Asprey gets it forward. Batty's there for Newcastle. Such a feisty competitive play here in these league days, and a European Cup replay against Stuttgart, you may remember, in 1992. Here's John Barnes. Alex Bastoni. We've got the defender in front of him. And a good one too as well for Sturdy with a good cross. That's clear! Oh! Well, he got one. He got one of the goals in the game at St James's Park back in September. And he almost repeated the trick there. Hess beaten 1 mile and into the side netting. Well, that would have put some cats amongst pigeons then if that had gone in. Would have silenced this fanatical 110,000 support that Barcelona have. It's a very big stadium, as you can see. We're high up here in the gods here, and here's Enrique through now. Good save by Shane Given. Terrific save. And Newcastle just a little bit splitting defence there. And Shea giving up to the challenge. Rather Newcastle. Sturdy again. Watson. Barnes. Watson again. Batty. Still David Batty. Now Watson. Oh, terrific goal! One that Steve Watson will never forget. And if it's the one that probably puts Newcastle in the last 8, it's one he'll remember for quite some time. 1-0 for Newcastle. The big centre-back with not a typical centre-back shot, if you like. A goal that Alan Shearer himself would have been proud of. Here it is again. Batty starts it. Good play away from Guardiola, and then Steve Watson. Well, for a centre-back, that is a terrific shot. And Newcastle, against all the odds here in the Nou Camp Stadium, are in the lead with one of the most unlikely goal scorers you'll ever see. Watson has put Newcastle ahead. So 7 minutes into the second half, Newcastle leading by a goal to 0. That's the good news at the moment here in the Nou Camp Stadium in Barcelona. But here come our hosts now with Figo. Reisinger, they're going to have a go at Newcastle's second half. They must do now. It's their responsibility to play. And the ball played in. Anderson's in there. Rivaldo is in there against the post. Anderson, 1-1. 54 minutes gone. Sonny Anderson makes it 1-1. Now you hear the noise. Shea Given did his best there on 2, maybe 3 separate occasions to keep the ball out of the net, but in the end, persistence pays off for Barcelona, and Newcastle have been pegged back to 1-1. There's the effort there, well blocked, against the post, in fact. And Sonny Anderson was shaken but way out of his ground, having dived for the one that hit the post. Anderson with the first effort, Rivaldo against the post, Given is down and out at this stage. And Sonny Anderson pops it in to make it 1-1. And we've got a game now, no doubt about that. Above. Reisinger. De La Peña. So on the next 25 minutes or so now for Newcastle, they know they can't afford to concede another one. Here's Pep Guardiola going forward. Sergei. That's a decent cross, and free goes and marked, and against the crossbar, and knocked away once more. My goodness me, Newcastle there, shaky moments, dicey period they're having now. Kenny Dalglish will be quivering now. Here's Anderson, and just well saved there by Given. The camera angle didn't really give much of a clue there, but there's the effort from Figo, completely unmarked, and against the angle of post and crossbar. Oh, too close to call. Stoney. 20 minutes to play. And it's 1-1. Watson for Newcastle. Anderson for Barcelona. Tomori gets fire. Well, he went down there. The referee is going to give surely a card there for Sergei. Just a warning. It's just the referee. Pushing his opponent to the ground here. Tomorrow gets fire. Sergei again. Yeah, I think that's a bad decision of the referee. Newcastle get themselves back in the lead again. Rob Lee with a free kick. And the header coming in, and Hesford to turn it away. It's Lee with a free kick. And yes, Asprilla got the touch. And Hess had to dive away to his left and make a very good save. Andres Anderson on now for John Barnes as the ball comes in. And Hess got a good fist on that. Here's the substitute. Onto Robert Lee. Newcastle again having a good go now. These last sort of 4 or 5 minutes. We've got just over 10 minutes to play. Here's Tomori gets fire. Lee. Batty. Can Newcastle, I mean 1-1 would not be a bad scoreline there, taking 4 points off Barcelona, Kenny Dalglish would be proud of that. And they might get more now. Oh, and Australia just wide of the post. What a wonderful ball in there. And in fact, it was almost an own goal by one of the Barcelona defenders. They're on for Razinger now as we go into the last 5 minutes. Can Newcastle just hold it? They don't really need to attack at this stage. Just hold on, take what you've got, take a point away from Barcelona. That would be a terrific result. But wait a moment, Sonny Anderson trying to turn, and in the end gets a corner for it. He's frustrated. But that's down to Newcastle being a little bit more stouter in defence in this second half. Been unlucky with the equaliser perhaps. But they've just got to stay strong now. They've just got to hold in there and make sure they don't make any mistakes. In fact, a goal kick has been given. I did honestly think it was a corner, but the referee, well, it may have done Newcastle a little bit of a favour there. But here come Barcelona. Another wave now. They're not going to stop. Here's Luis Enrique. Danger here. A goal. Heartbreak for Newcastle in Barcelona. It's Luis Enrique, the goal scorer, with 4 minutes to go. It's real heartbreak for Newcastle, really, because they've held on and held on. But in the end, Luis Enrique just broke the offside trap. Stabs him beyond Shea Given. And Barcelona have gone out of jail. And maybe in some respects justice was done there, because they should have had a corner in the first instance there, Barcelona. And in a lot of respects, the referee, having done Newcastle a favour, they just couldn't profit from that. One ball, again, defence was split. And what about that for a flick? It is heartbreak for the Newcastle fans who have travelled in numbers. But now, it could well be heartbreak. Thomas on for Gillespie, but surely the game is up now. We're deep into stoppage time, for which we've had nearly 3 minutes. Guardiola. Now Figo. Zella Peña. There's the final whistle. And Newcastle's Champions League dream, well, morning certainly hangs by a thread now for sure, because they had the lead at half-time from Steve Watson. Terrific goal from the centre-back. Then Sonny Anderson made it 1-1 after Rivaldo hit a post in the same move. Then right at the end, Luis Enrique broke every Newcastle fan's hearts. It's finished 2-1 here in the Nou Camp to Barcelona.
Well, Trevor, heartbreaker in the end for Newcastle United, but was it inevitable? Did you feel that they were always going to be the case? I mean, no one knows Barcelona perhaps as well as you do. I know what you're thinking. Did Newcastle United throw it away? I think the one thing we have to say from it as well, it was a very solid performance, but I kind of felt just towards the end of the game that Newcastle United really started to sit far too deep and started to give the ball away, started to sort of, as you would hold on for a result in the FA Cup, and you can't do that in Europe. You've got to keep possession, and it's something those players have got to learn. You can't hoof it up the field and then defend again, hoping they're just going to stick the ball into box, because intricate little plays that they did, they're going to do you every time. So I kind of think this was a bit of a European lesson for Newcastle United. Well, after that defeat, and to remind you as well that their PSV picked up an important point away to Dynamo Kiev this evening. Where does that stand for Newcastle United? Qualification is now technically out of their hands. No, it is, but they've got Kiev at home. If they can beat them, they'll have half a chance, because at the end of the day, Newcastle, Barcelona and PSV got to pay. The only thing with Newcastle is that this Dynamo Kiev side is pretty good, isn't it? And I think they've been underestimated by everybody here in Group C. I think everyone would have put them as the side to come forth. They're going to go through the quarterfinals. So I kind of think for Newcastle United, it is all on. If they can get St James's Park behind them, they can get everyone with them. I think they might have a chance. Well, coming up after the break, we'll bring you highlights of Manchester United's tie. They were at home to Kosice. Of course, United are already through. Could it be one of those special nights at Old Trafford? Welcome back here to the UEFA Champions League highlights. We'll go back here to Group B at the moment, and Manchester United leading at the top that they do of Group B. Could they go and compound their advantage? Kosice, the Slovakian champions that haven't won a game, haven't got a point at the moment. We're at home to Old Trafford. It was a daunting task for the champions from Slovakia, but for Manchester United, going to be a chance to flex their muscles in Europe and to show what they're capable of. Commentary for this one comes from Trev Tilsley.
Looking to take the throw. Into Scholes. Looks for the quick cross towards Ryan Giggs, headed away. And gone as far as Nicky Butts. Now Giggs. Ryan Giggs on the edge of the area. And he gets United off to the perfect start. 9 minutes gone at Old Trafford and Ryan Giggs has got United on their way. Kosice couldn't clear their lines, and Ryan Giggs had the freedom of the borough on the edge of the box to score that one. Big thumbs up from Peter Schmeichel. Perfect start. United would have wanted an early goal to get them on their way, and they've got just that. The Welshman with his trademark left foot. Nicky Butt mopping up there, as you saw. And then Giggs, they just didn't close him down, Kosice. And any second invitation that Ryan Giggs is going to get in the box, he's going to take it. He had all the space in the world. Got inside the box. Simple finish. United get the first goal of the night. It's that man, Ryan Giggs. Giggs. Now Cole. Nearly dispossessed, but Dennis Irwin has bailed him out. Here's Paul Scholes. Giggs again. Cole. Got two to his left. Goes for Dennis Irwin. Owen with the cross towards Teddy Sheringham. It's 2-0. United well and truly on their way. The goals 10 minutes apart. And it's Teddy Sheringham with the trademark header. Kosice just couldn't get close to Teddy Sheringham in the box, who is lethal in the air at the best of times. Irwin, all the time and space in the world, whips it in with his second touch, and Teddy Sheringham needs no invitation. This is bread and butter, that one. Great in-swinger from Irwin, and Sheringham nods it home. 2-0. Kosice really up against it now. But Sheringham is dispossessed there. Paul Scholes might get there. Not quite, has he? Bit of a scramble. He hasn't got it. Here's Toth. Kozlej. Sovic. Kosice just coming forward here. Sovic again. Oh, and Toth has found a bit of space. It's Toth! Kosice do have a goal. Well, this game might not be over after all. The Slovakians have got themselves back in this tie, and Toth has got himself a goal at Old Trafford. Some lovely build-up play here from Kosice. United just seemed all at sea, and then suddenly Toth found himself in a bit of space. Schmeichel came to meet it, but he wasn't quite quick enough. 36 minutes gone. We've had 3 goals. Kosice with the latest. 2-1. To go before half time. Is there another goal in this? Here's Teddy Sheringham. Ryan Giggs looks to chip it forward towards Andrew Cole. Can't quite get it under his spell. Finds Paul Scholes. He's not afraid to shoot. First time is Paul Scholes, and he's just added another to his collection. Cole did brilliantly well to create a chance out of an opportunity which really looked like it had gone awry. And United back in control of the tie once more. And the United fans love that. Just didn't quite get the angle that he wanted here, Cole. He did really well to bring it back under his control. And look at this, Paul Scholes' left foot. First time. It's not his favoured foot. But didn't hesitate. Brilliant stuff from Andrew Cole. And Paul Scholes with the goal. 3-1, heading towards half-time. Neville. Now Mickey Butt. Sheringham again. He's back to goal. Tries to turn his man. Oh, that's a lovely pass through to Ryan Giggs. It's 4-1. A textbook pass from Teddy Sheringham to find Ryan Giggs for his second goal of the night. And they've started the second half as they started the first. An early goal, keeping them well in control of this tie now. Kosice just haven't come out the gates this second half. And United look well in control of this now, heading towards victory. Some lovely build-up play from United here. But look at this pass from Sheringham. Expertly done, and the finish isn't bad either. To be able to see the pass as well, he's got his back to him, but he manages to find him, and Ryan Giggs smashes it past the keeper. Second goal of the night. He's on a hat-trick now. Will he take the match ball home? We shall see. Kanoko dispossessed. Now Berg. Paul Scholes deep in his own box. Berg once again. Scholes. Neville. Got Beckham ahead of him. Uses him. Beckham a bit of space to run into now. Here's Sheringham. United looking for another chance here. Here's Beckham. He's got two in the box to aim for. He's found Cole! What a strike that was! The technique behind that was unbelievable. Trademark Beckham cross into the area, causes chaos wherever it goes. And that man, Andrew Cole, he knows a thing or two about scoring goals, and he's added another one to his collection there. Superb finish. Lovely build-up play on that far side. When you get the ball to Beckham on the right wing, you know where it's going. But look at that for a finish. Doesn't hit the floor at all. Meets it at the perfect moment on the volley. Look at that. Keeper's got absolutely no chance. United well in control here now. It's 5-1 and there's still time left on the clock. Teddy Sheringham making his way off the field. He's had a good game. And now Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, frequently used as a substitute, makes his way onto the field. There's Cole. It's 2 minutes remaining. Long ball forward. Oh, that's made it through to Solskjaer! He does love a goal off the bench as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and he's added another one. Fresh legs off the bench. Kosice's defence switched off late in the game, and Solskjaer's got himself on the score sheet as well. Another expert substitution by Sir Alex. Ball whipped across and just there, the defender just let it go past him. Maybe he didn't hear a call, or maybe he did. Not really sure how that ball made its way through from Cole. He won't complain though, it's another assist, and Solskjaer first time. Superb finish again. United on their way to victory here. 6-1.
Well, a comprehensive win for Manchester United, and they were excellent, weren't they, this evening? Yeah, I thought they were really, really good going forward. They played some excellent football, really did move it around well. They looked a real threat. I mean, Kosice, yeah, they ain't really going to be up there, but you know, United, you know, at this level, you've really got to go and be ruthless. And United were ruthless today, and if United are ruthless, you know, for the rest of this tournament, I think they've got a great shout of maybe going one better than they did last season. I think, you know, no European team's going to want to come to Old Trafford seeing a performance like that. Well, looking at Group B at the moment, Man United have a bit of a bonus. Feyenoord were 2-0 winners at home to Juventus, which means United know that next week when they play Juventus, a point will be enough to guarantee them top of the group. Even a heavy defeat is all Juventus could be hoping for with United, because United's goal difference is so much more superior. But either way, things look very rosy in Group B for Manchester United. Group C, not that so much for Newcastle United. They're a point behind PSV, and PSV will play Barcelona next. Kiev's 1-1 draw with PSV is cue for them. Barcelona, which is their first win in the Champions League group system this year. It does mean that any of the remaining teams can qualify. Newcastle United lose at home to Dynamo Kiev. Barcelona could beat PSV, then Barcelona miraculously would go through. Group C really is hanging on a knife edge. Well, live game if you're joining us, unless you happen to be in the Tyne Tees region, of course. Juventus Manchester United, a big one at the Stadi Delle Alpi, could be a real classic for that. There's a real classic this evening, a wonderful game, a real brilliant moment for Steve Watson, but sadly it wasn't to be for Newcastle United, who were beaten by Barcelona. It means qualification will go to the final game. It really is all to play for from all of us. Bye-bye.
This program was sponsored by Continental and Amstel, UEFA Champions League sponsors.
Thank you for watching here this match on Trevor Sports. If you've liked it, please don't be afraid to like, share and subscribe to the channel. And if you do fancy it, head on over to Ko-fi. The link is in the description. Buy me a coffee for all the hard work. Other than that, make sure you enjoy more games coming up.